Hey, what's up, guys? This is Odingod12, and of course, we're the Dragonborns, and they're coming to you with another profile. It's actually a common profile. For those of you who know about this deck, yes, it is the Bujins. We are doing Bujins. And I actually like this deck. It actually has gotten me pretty far into my local tournaments. I've almost once topped a tournament with this deck, but unfortunately I lost to Geargias. But I mean, it's still a good deck to run. I mean, me and my dad built this deck, so I mean it's a pretty good deck. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the build.
Alrighty.
We start with 3 copies of Bujin Yamato. Bujin Yamato is the 1800 beat stick that lets you mill everything into the grave. But during your end phase, yeah, you can add 1 Bujin monster from your deck to your hand, and you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard, and then you can only control 1 Bujin Yamato. And then, of course, after a Beast Warrior Bujin monster is destroyed, you have the Mikasuchi. Plus, after a Bujin card was sent from your hand to the graveyard, during your end phase with Mikasuchi, you can search out a spell or trap card. And he's a 1900 beat stick. Always love to search with Tanky for him. Or whether it be a last resort, use Bujin Yamato's effect and just dump something I need in the grave and then have Mikasuchi handy with the search. Nice. So, I mean, it's really good. Plus, I did a double outing one time in the local when they got rid of my first Mikasuchi and I had another one in hand. It was hilarious because they got rid of him. I was just like, okay. Summon another one.
God damn it. I saw that. It was pretty good.
They were just like, wait, how'd you do that? It's like, well, I mean, if a Bujin Beast Warrior monster is destroyed, guess what I can do? So, I mean, Mikasuchi's pretty good too. Then you have the Bujingi Cranes. The Cranes double your attack points. He's kind of like, or double your original attack points. He's kind of like Honest, except for the fact that he only doubles the attack points. Not of the attacking monsters, but of your own. So, I like to get Crane with Yamato sometimes, if it's for a last resort. And after I used up all my Cranes, I kind of just go for Mikasuchi or something like that. But it's still a pretty good card. So, you run 3 of those.
Alright.
You run double Bujingi Hair. This guy protects your monsters from battle and from card effects. It could be by battle or by card effects. Sorry. If you control a Bujin Beast Warrior type monster, you have this in your grave. During either player's turn, you can banish this card from your graveyard to prevent destruction of your Bujin Beast Warrior, whether it be Yamato, one of your XCs, Beast Warriors, or was it Mikasuchi, Yamato?
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys are your protectors.
Gotcha.
And then we have another one of the protectors. We have 2 Bujingi Turtles.
It stops the targeting effects.
Yeah, it stops the targeting effects if you control a Bujin monster. So, and yes, the ruling is Bujin monster, not Bujin Beast Warrior monster. So this guy can be used for any Bujin. So that's the plus side of Turtle. One guy tried to do that, tried to kind of counteract his effect in some way when I was trying to banish that from my graveyard to protect Quillin. I had Quillin on the field.
Yeah,
Speaking of Quillin,
that's kind of
yeah, with Bujingi Turtle, I banished it from grave, and then the guy was trying to tell me that I couldn't do it. I was just like, yeah, I can. Read the card.
Yeah.
So yeah, Turtle protects any Bujin monster. Quillin, you have 2 Quillin. I kind of like to mill that for just to kind of push for game, or if I just want to fuck with my opponent, I just pretty much just kind of save the Quillins for another time. I usually save Quillin for game 2, in case I lose game 1. I never side him out because he's actually a for sure thing. And what he does is, if you control a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster in your graveyard, you can banish it from your graveyard and then target one face-up card your opponent controls, whether it be monster, spell, trap, any monster, or any card. you can blow that up with that card. And you can only use the effect once per turn of Quillen.
Cool.
Then you have Bujin Centipede. Centipede gets rid of your back row. He's kind of like an instant MST.
Nice.
You can banish him from your graveyard if you control a Beast Warrior Bujin type monster. So you blow up a spell or trap on the field. You know, like I said, again, a MST.
Nice.
And you have one bear.
Bear.
Everybody knows Bear's effect by now.
Yep.
Especially those Fire Fist players out there. And I can definitely say this deck has gone up against a Fire Fist player before.
Yep.
And I have beat him.
Nice.
So, honestly, I would say for maybe future regional tournaments, I mean, if I would go up against a Fire Fist player, I can definitely say they are in trouble.
Yes.
Because this deck is a slow control deck.
Yep.
From what I've noticed. From all the times I've been playing it. One T-King. Why? Well, because he kind of stalls out.
Nice.
Nice. Yes, he does stall me because I can't add any cards, whether it be to play tanky or to search for Yamato.
It's just good. It's good, like mostly end game, really, or we get opening or ending. It's really nice. Or even
I actually like to push for game with Thunder King.
Yeah.
Because there's I do that. I actually did that with Suzan Wo one time.
Nice.
Bujinte, Suzan Wo.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, he searches and puts him in the hand or in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So I always put him in grave just to protect Suzan Wo.
Sure.
One Honest for the last of the monsters. Self-explanatory, but honest.
Yep.
Every light monster deck has to have honest.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for monsters. Spells now. We run 3 tanky. Supers. Yeah, these are still from the Constellar profile. I kind of just moved them over here. Everybody knows what tanky does. Self-explanatory. You search a Beast Warrior type monster. Every Beast Warrior monster you control gains 100 points. So, and then plus I like to search with Yamato with this.
Cool.
So, I mean, and then also we run triple pot of duality. You don't have to worry about special summoning because you're doing nothing but normal summoning. So it's always good when you have pot and you hit the duality with tanky.
Nice.
If you have tanky in hand, don't even worry about it.
Yep.
But if you top deck pot of duality, you better have that tanky handy because other than that, it's just for sure. If you open with both of these in your hand, you pretty much got game first round. So, I've definitely opened up with tanky and pot of duality a couple times.
Nice.
We run 2 Lance, 2 Forbidden Lance. Everybody knows what this does. Prevents the spell and traps, and decreases the target by 800. Run 2 MSTs, self-explanatory. 1 Bujin Carnation. This is kind of like an instant monster reborn and return from a different dimension.
Nice.
Except you're not giving up the life points, and you got to control no monsters, and your opponent has to. Okay. So, I mean, pretty much making it a Cyber Dragon / Monster Reborn.
Got it.
You return a banished and a banished Bujin monster and a Bujin target from your graveyard, and special summon those targets, and they can't be XC summoned except for Beast Warriors. What is it? Yeah, they can't be used as XC's materials except for an XC summon of Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast type monsters.
Got it.
So, yeah, that's pretty much the monster reborn of the deck. You have Dark Hole, self-explanatory. And then last of the spell, you got Book of Moon.
Alright.
Book of Moon's pretty good. I actually like to side it out sometimes because it doesn't really work for me. Traps, we have Bottomless Trap Hole. You have Compulse. Bujin Regalia the Sword. I love the cycle when I get it.
Nice.
It either lets you return a banish to your hand, or you select a Bujin monster that was in the graveyard, and what was it? Oh, you add it to your hand. You run double chains.
Nice.
Self-explanatory. Then you have 2 Mirror Force.
Gotcha.
Protect your Yamato, of course. And then, last but not least, you have Solemn Warning for the main deck.
Alright, let's go to the extra deck. And then, I'm not sure if we have time for side tonight, but we can try.
We could try, yeah. We have Abyss Dweller to start out with. course, to cancel the graveyard effects. Gaga Cowboy, also a good push for game. Love using him for game.
Yep.
One Constellar Omega.
Yep.
Self-explanatory, protect him. You know.
Yep.
He's just kind of there until I can get an honor arc.
Nice.
So, if I get the honor arc, then I can definitely take him out.
Nice.
I have the Black Ship of Corn, self-explanatory. Yep. Star Liege, my favorite card here. Well, not really, but I mean, he's kind of pretty much.
It's annoying as fuck.
It's annoying as hell, yeah, but I mean, it's still good.
It's still good, yeah.
You detach the 2 materials that's on him, and then you can target 1 monster on the field. Its effects are negated, and its attack points drop to 0. And then also, if this card you control leaves the battlefield, whether it be by battle or by card effect, guess what? You get to draw
a card.
You get to draw a card, exactly. Then we have 102 Star Seraph Sentry. I haven't been able to use him yet, but once per turn you can detach a material from this card and then target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, half its attack points. Also, its effects are negated. So he's kind of like a Star Liege, except for the fact that he just halves the attack points. And then if this card would be destroyed, you can just simply detach all of its materials instead, and then if you do, any battle damage you take this turn is halved. So he takes 3 level 4 light monsters. So you have plenty of targets in the deck.
Yep.
Pretty good, especially for a 2500 beater. We have the Brotherhood Tiger King.
Nice.
Self-explanatory for Fire Fist players. XC summon, you can pretty much drop your tanky from the deck and then search it. And then if he was destroyed, you can pretty much remove the formations. I think it was 3? You remove send 3 face up fire formation spell or trap cards from the field to the graveyard, and then you can dig out 2 level 4 monsters with the same attack from your deck. So you can pretty much just do it for bears, maybe if you run another one. Maestro, self-explanatory. Book of Moon and his end mains, except he doesn't blow shit up. He pretty much protects himself.
Over this, it's gotcha.
Okay, gotcha, whatever. Except he doesn't increase the attack points.
Well, fuck.
Number 82, Heartland Draco.
You finally got one.
I've actually had one in this deck for a while now.
Okay.
With Heartland Draco, if you control a face-up spell card, which you do in this deck, you can he can't be targeted for attacks, and then once per turn you can detach 1 material from him, and he can attack you directly, or he can attack your opponent directly, and then no other monsters can declare an attack except for him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's pretty good if you want to get that easy damage in when it comes to tanky and stuff like that.
Yep.
Photon Papiloperative.
Pappy.
Everybody got to have the Pappy. So with this guy, if your opponent has the defense monster, detach, flip it up, and then that target pretty much loses 600 attack points. So easy to get that damage in. You know, haven't quite got her out either, but I'm working on it. You have Bujin Kagasuchi, getting into the Bujin XEs now. When he's XC summoned, you mill the top 5 cards of your deck, and if any of those are Bujin monsters, his attack points gain 100 points for each, and he becomes a pretty good beat stick after that. Let's see. Yeah, and then if a Bujin Beast Warrior type monster were to be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can just simply detach from him and save the destruction.
Nice.
So he's kind of like Maestroke in a way.
Yeah.
Except without the Book of Moon effect. You have 2 Bujinte Susanwoes. Susanwoes, you pretty much recycle with these guys.
Nice.
He can attack your all opponent's monsters or once each. And then he's pretty good when you have Crane in hand too, just to get over those big guys.
Well.
So, and then you can detach material and you can search out for a monster to put in your hand or in your graveyard.
Cool.
So, like I said, I like the combo with these with Thunder King.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, we have Tsukuyomi.
Tsukuyomi,
you, you can, once per turn, detach material from this card, send your entire hand to the graveyard. You at least have to have 1 in your hand. And then if you do that, you draw 2 cards, and then when this card you control, while face up on the field, what's it? Yeah, when this card you control, or damn, I can't read today. Yeah, when this card you controlled while face up leaves the field because of opponent's card effect, you can target level 4 Beast Warrior type Bujin monsters in your graveyard up to the number of Xyz materials this card had on it. So pretty much you can special summon constantly with Sugiyami. God, I don't know what it is. I just can't read today.
They're drinking, that's why.
I'm not. Well, I haven't drunk. I haven't drank yet.
Well, wow. Well, you have no excuses.
I just, you know.
You're just fucking up. Go on.
Okay, that was it for the extra deck. And that's it for main deck and extra deck. I have a side deck for this, so I'm going to speed through it real quick. You have 2 Bujingi Peacocks.
Yep.
You can only activate his effect while in the main phase 2. You can send him from your hand. You pretty much dig another Bujin monster from your deck. And you can only use the effect of him once per turn. So, I mean, he's pretty good if you want to cycle cards. And I got 2 Black Gardens. Yes, we all know about the Savage Garden. So when it comes to Bujins with the Black Garden, it's really good. I saw it before and I was just like, you know what, I'm going to experiment with it. So this is definitely because of my dad. Okay, we have 1 Kaiser Coliseum. I only have 1 for right now. I need a second one just to kind of give my opponents that problem edge.
Yeah.
So if I can find one, I mean, it'd be actually pretty cool.
Nice.
2 Prohibitions, really good to shut down those cards that shut down those decks that are a problem to you.
Yep.
Like, well, Girgias, they have multiple options.
Yeah.
And then you have the Harpies, which I actually did that against Jose in game 2. I prohibitioned, what's it, Hysteric Sign.
Oh, wow.
Shut him down completely.
Nice.
I thought it was pretty funny.
I did too.
System down for Girgias and Cyber Dragons. Machines will not be coming back with this because you pay 1,000 points. You pay 1,000 life points, and you can banish all machine type monsters your opponent controls and in the graveyard. So definitely want to make sure that you play this card right, because everybody has that side deck with DNA Surgery with Cyber Dragons.
Yep.
We have 1 Bujin Regalia of the Sword for side deck as well, kind of up the recycle a little bit.
Yep.
2 Chaos Trap Holes, kind of like a Solemn Warning, except when a Light and Dark monster would be summoned. You can pretty much pay 2,000 life points to negate the summon. If you do, banish that target.
Nice.
So it's kind of like Solemn Warning, except you're banishing it. So,
nice.
Except they're just kind of determines what you play against, whether it be Mirror Match, Constellars, or Evil Swarms.
Gotcha.
And zombies, of course.
Fuck zombies.
You have 7 Tools of the Bandit, self-explanatory, Counter Trap, Gets Over, Trap Stun, all that other good shit. And then last but not least, you have 2 Vanity's Emptiness.
Nice.
Pretty good for spam summoning, like dragons, Girgias, stuff like that.
Nice.
So, yeah, guys, that is the Bujin profile. Again, good deck. If you want to try it, let me know. I will send you the deck profile of what's all in the deck, and, you know, you can go from there. For all beginners, you're welcome to try this deck. It's really easy to play. You just have to kind of learn the cycle.
That's all.
So, that's it for the Bujins, guys. Later.
This is the Dragon Bones. Catch you later.